Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of this universe, to the channel. I want to discuss something with you today, and that is the subject of spotting, camping, campers, tanks that just sit at the back and farm damage, what to do against them, and well, how to use them in your favor, to your full advantage. Because you can't get rid of campers. People have proposed nuking the spawns about 1 minute after the game has started to let everybody explode. There have been penalties for people who do say 0 damage. You can report them with military honor, which is a shitty system, but hey ho. But then again, you will always get people who don't want to be in the front line, who want to be in the back, who will abuse positions like this, or because you have maps like Camp Nel, or Campia, or Camp Panovka, Camp Rail. There are a fair few maps that have camping spots. Camp Parto Harbor. I haven't seen a lot of camping spots on Port Bay, for example. But this is a notorious hill. So, in that regard, it can be deemed pretty, well, clueless of the red team to just wander in like this, and especially sitting in front of the guns. I mean, they could have realized by now that there are a few tank destroyers here, especially this E100. You got hit twice now. You got hit for 640 Alpha. You know there's a T124 on the red team, which has been spotted on the bridge. You know there's a Waffle on the red team and a Grill on the red team. You know there's tanks here. You know there's big gun tank destroyers on the usual spots. Then avoid them. This Death Star was thinking, right, I can take this T124, but the expense of losing his own health. There's another camper. Hello, Jagd Tiger. You have just been spotted, you've just been tracked. Track him, whack him, smack him. That's shot misses from the Waffle, which is unfortunate. And our subject, our hero in the Grill, Finny Eyes, just does not manage to get a shot into the Jagd Tiger. But then again, he's reloaded in time. He has his camel net there. He's got a popcorn, nice at the bonfire together with the Waffle. And look at this 54 E1. Just completely clueless, wallowing around. This chieftain hasn't got the memo yet that there are 2 big gun tank destroyers right here sitting on top. He's wanting to use the gun depression, then completely out of position, and both tanks are not spotted yet. Finny is just sitting here, just waiting, wishing for reds to appear. Oh, hello, there's the E75. Let's put a shot into him. I would have waited just a little bit longer probably. But even the Waffle is not spotted, and the E75 just keeps moving forward. Is behind the rock, obviously now behind the hill, but he's going to get spotted again, and then spot it and whack and tag. And there's a Jagd Tiger. There we go. Yeah, let's just drive straight in front of the gun. This is fun, XD. Campers are bloody annoying. I know that. I've been hit a fair few times. I had that stream the other day where I decided to poke the ridge to help my teammates, which I shouldn't have done, but I realized that I shouldn't have done that actually because, well, I kind of knew there were tanks there on the ridges. On the left you see that little house there and that bush. I mean, if you want to hit say 8 to 10, just blind fire those bushes. There's nearly always tank destroyers there. And this T62A now, he's doing the right thing. He's trying to use Vinny and his friend in the Waffle tractor to, well, whack the reds. And he is not throwing away his hit points yet. There are 2 remaining tier 10 tanks left. And he's just looking for targets. Oh, there's the E1, there's the E4, and it's the end of the T62. I get you. Well, no, not quite. T62 was a bit too risky maybe. And by now, Vinny and the Waffle, they start to move. Was it camping? Yeah, it was. It was a full-blown camping session. Was it useful? Well, let's see if they win the game then. Why not? Why not? I've camped before. I can't really sit in the tank destroyer. I don't really have the patience to do that an awful lot, to be honest. But then again, if you move from bush to bush in a safe manner, if you move from a position to support your team, then you can do great stuff. I think this map is broken in that regard. It's way too campy. But as long as people use the entire map, and as long as a lot of tanks get hurt in different positions and not just from the camping spots, then wargaming won't change a lot in the maps. They might want to retweak this a little bit because there are just a little bit too much in terms of ridges where you can get up. But then again, by the time you've gotten to tier 10, you should have realized that these spots are there. So if you want to counter the campers, then don't be stupid and drive straight in front of them or go into positions where you will know you will get shot. You just look at that bunch of dead tanks over there, that carnage that was right there. And Vinny just doesn't get the shot on the on the E100, and then he does. Woo! There we go, 1 minute left, 6k damage done, just above 6k. The Waffle has been hit hard by this T124, but as long as they don't go in one by one or from two different positions and then, yeah, you just get whacked, they should be able to kill him. And the red shot misses and that hurts. HE from a T124, and the Waffle is down there. You will never be able to get up and then get behind the T124. And then Vinny just decides to reload, wait it out, let the Waffle roll in. He's saying affirmative, 34 seconds left. They are doing it right now this time, just making a bit of a pincer movement. And then Vinny can shoot this T124 right through the butt cheek. There we... come on, shoot him in the butt cheek. What are you waiting for? You missed. 70 seconds left. Well, can you do it now? This is becoming a bit low on time. Don't get shot by the E4. Yeah, on the cupola. Yes, there we go. 553 damage. Nice one. 4 kills, 6.6k damage, and maybe some blind shots as well. But also take a look at this. First class, 7.2k damage. This is obviously from a current replay, but it's also due to the fact that he did a lot of damage, but not a lot of spotting. All the tanks have been spotted by other tanks, or I'd say at least 4 to 5k damage. All that experience is divided in half. All the experience you get from 7k damage, if you do 7k yourself, it's going to be monstrous. If you do only 2k yourself, it's not going to be that high, because that XP is divided equally, and that means that you can use campers to boast your own XP. And I'm going to show you a little clip here. Me driving the AMX-30B while it was just released on the press account. I was going to go into the desert area, and I decided to look back immediately. I saw my team moving over there, and I was thinking, oh boy, hell no, I ain't moving up. But I got a medium tank with a nice cupola sticking out, and there's the first tank spotted. I pop back, and I am not spotted, as you can see. So we're just going to do this again. Onto the ridge, and we're going to stop it right as I spot the next tank. And that should be in a second now, just, no, wait for it, yeah, little readjustment, and, oh, yeah, there it is, IS4. And I'm going to explain to you what I've done here. What I've been doing is just poking the ridge, because I know that if I get into CCAP, then I'll be too close to the rest. They will spot me. This is my press account. I have all the skills on the tanks, maximum view range, maximum camouflage, etc. I can outspot tier 10 heavy tanks by just, I'd say 10 meters, maybe 20, and then they won't spot me. My camo rating is obviously better as well, but that's an IS4. They have really good camo rating, those Russian heavy tanks. But I should be able to outspot them. If I go into CCAP, as said, they will spot me back. They will counter spot me. If I stay about here, on this map, I won't spot them. I can't tell you exactly what positions are good and what not, because that would be too specific. But you have to turn on the rangefinder right in the middle of the screen. You can see the 167 it says now, or 187, something like that. If you use that to keep an eye out onto how far you are away from the enemy or from certain houses, rocks, etc., by time you will grow experienced in knowing what positions you can go in and then not get spotted, while you can spot the enemy. And I'm just going to chill here for a little bit while I spot yet another enemy, the Type 61. And you can see what I'm doing. I'm moving backwards, anticipating I get spotted, but I don't. Then I see this IS-4. I know I'm behind the ridge. I know I can move in here just safely. And I've already seen all my big gun tank destroyers at the back. Shoot the IS-4 just once. He gets whacked. Wham, bam. Thank you, man. No problem whatsoever. IS-4 taken out. We've got a cat. And by the looks of it, Reds are pushing in just fine and dandy. Straight into the guns of all my campers. You can see they're all behind me. I got a lot of fire support. I'm poking the ridge, just poking ever so slightly. Want to get tank spotted. There's another one. Hello. Am I counter spotted? No, I might have been spotted still. Not sure. Poke the ridge, pull back. Hello. Yeah, I'm spotted now. And just keeping them lit. Look at that. 412. There we go. Spot them again. Type 61 spotted. Centurion spotted. Another 830 spotting damage. There we go. We can shoot you. Oh, it's an M103. He shoots into the ground. They are desperate to get shots in. And I'm not going to move in. I'm not stupid enough. I am stupid. I'm only slightly free. But I'm not going to move in for the kill. Why would I? I have all the tanks behind me. Can't track him, which is unfortunate. Wanted to do that. But we've, in the meantime, also kept B. And this is going to be a very... Hello. What is it? 704? He is desperate to get some shots and using HE, trying to bleed me dry just a little bit. I'm a bit more aggressive now, again poking just over the ridge, then going to move backwards. Again, 1 June backwards. Again, into cover, free from harm, back to my original position, because the Reds have pulled back and I know they will probably start to push the other flank. I poke over the ridge again, just on the back side of this slope, as you can see, keeping that cupola popping out over the ridge. I'm spotted. Hello guys. Well, yeah, you can't be spotted, but I don't really care. 375 damage dealt again. More assistance damage. Where are you? Oh, hello, Centurion. 7/1. Can I shoot you? Yes, we can. Right through the cupola. And then I should have pulled back behind the building because this was a stupid move. But look at the clock. It's not a 1 minute win. It's not a 2 minute win. It's about 4 minutes gameplay with only 1 kill done by my team. And the rest is pure supremacy points. And 1382 damage, that's badish. And the rest are capturing A, but it's too late. It really is too late. Too little, too late. But this game was won purely on the basis of spotting. Look at that, a patrol duty medal. I have a scout medal as well. Going to look at the team. On top of the list when it comes to XP, as you can see. Lowest on the list when it comes to damage. But I do have some nice spotting damage. 2,764. A lot on the Sand 7/1, 319 on the IS-4, 846 on the M103, and 375 on the grill. And I spotted the 704 as well, but he didn't get whacked. If you want to do some good games when it comes to spotting, as said, Camp Nell, that's a great map to do it. I have that I Spy with my little eye video on the channel as well. I spot, you shoot. When I was riding the AMX 30B2, I think I got like 8k spotting damage or something, 7k, 8k, which is huge for World of Tanks Blitz. That's huge. But this is an LTTB, skillfully driven by FTKYJ. I'm just gonna call you J now because that's easier. And he's got the pumpkin on top, the tank or lantern. And take a look at the map. He has 1 camping teammate in spawn 1. He has the usual bunch behind him. He pops in on this ridge, just poking over the ridge, just cresting over, spotting 1 tank, pulling backwards, not spotted himself. And here he starts thinking, what should I do? He's spotted now, pulls back, yes, he's got the tanks behind him. And you can see he is just ever so slightly held down. But he can spot, he has a cupola sticking out, and that's his viewport. The viewport is the highest point on the tank. Not looking at the machine gun, that doesn't count, but you're looking at the armor model. You've got 2 viewports, one is on the front of your tank with the gun mantlet, you have one sitting on top, and there's one which actually sits with the one on the gun mantlet, but which stays there regardless of how you turn the turret. That's why you often see people just poking over a ridge, just sticking out the edge of the turret, just a cupola to, yeah, really just poke over the ridge, spot tanks, and then bugger off again. And Jay is going to do the right thing here. He realizes his team has lost the flank. They've lost the spawn. He's not pushing into the cap area, which would alert the enemy. He's not stupid enough to go all the way on the flank. Just poke over the ridge. Boom! There we go. 409. Yes, lovely stuff. There's a tank pushing over there. Juicy target. But not going to do anything because it's T44? Yes, it's burning to death. Gets shot again. He bounces because he's an LTTB, and boom, there we go. WZ112-2 finishes off. Lucky bounce, obviously. Little damage done, obviously. 280 blocked, not that much. But the spotting damage is going to be great. And he decides to relocate again because the enemy knows where they are. Drive through the cap circle. That means that they know there's somebody inside the cap circle. But he's going to do this. Poke over the ridge. Pull back. He's not spotted himself. That means he can go in again. The WZ112-2 is thinking, hold position. I'm a good tank sniper. I'm right up here on this ridge. This is Camp Nell. This is World of Tanks Blitz. People camp. People camp. Don't get annoyed at it. Just try to use them. Yes, you might be really annoyed, but try to use them. And you can see that Jay is not stupid enough to go in all guns blazing YOLO Rambo once down. He's been keeping an eye out on the minimap. Realized that his medium tank is flanked all the way around. And that means that the Reds are now... They're completely caught in a pincer movement. So go hull down again. More spotting damage. There we go. Yet more spotting damage. He's going to spot the E25, who's on the ridge, bounces a shot, and then this happens. Boom! How you like that for spotting damage? When you spot a tank and somebody ammo wrecks him. That's great stuff. He's bounced 3 shots in total, 145 damage dealt. Still not monstrous. The CDC takes out the Rudy because the CDC also realized what happened. And he decided to guard the flank. But again, it's at the expense of pretty much all his health. Oh, hello. As you want to do 44, can you bounce on me? Yes, come on, mate. Come on. You want something. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come around the corner. There are some very big guns behind me. And yeah, they can shoot 342. More spotting damage. I would wish for Wargaming, for Blitz to have those as the ribbons as well. Just to keep that spotting damage and that tracking damage accumulating. Not just a stupid, oh, destruction damage. Look at me. I helped shoot 7 things that got destructed. Those badges, those ribbons are rubbish. Just give us the proper spotting ribbons like you have on PC, like you have on console, so you can keep track of spotting and assistance damage. And Jay is still not done. He spotted this tank, has spotted this one. Can he shoot him? Not nearly. Yeah, he's counter spotted, but he's keeping the targets lit. And of course, there's only 3 red tanks now, and they are all in the eastern area of the map. That makes it a lot easier to drive around and keep topography between you and the Reds. But the way he's doing this, he's doing a better job than this T49, who has a really good gun for sniping, obviously. Pop adrenaline mate, shoot him up the ass. No, yeah, there we go, lovely stuff, T29. You are a great sniper tank. And still the Reds are trying to go into, into the camping areas. But those positions will not be useful at all because they haven't got a spotter left. The cap is, the base is being captured as well to raise the pressure. The WZ is rolling around and is going to kill the CDC. There we go, but get in there, Jay. All guns blazing, YOLO Rambo mode style. Yes, kill the issue. Nope, bounce his gun mantlet. Ram him. You got a pumpkin on top, mate. It's going to work just great. 80 shots straight through the front. Got hoof. There we go. 447 damage dealt. This is not an OP replay of an LTTB. Well, this is great gameplay. Look at that. Way on top in terms of XP, thanks to 4,127 spotting damage. Thank you, FTKYJ, for sending that one in to me. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. I hope you've enjoyed this video, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe. I'll catch you all on the next one. Cheers, happy tanking.